What's up, everybody? I left my reading glasses in the house, or somebody took them shits and hid them from me. I can't see. But like I was talking about Floyd Mayweather, and people was asking me, do I think he's a GOAT? I think he won't go down in history as a GOAT. He'll go down in history as a fighter with a 50-0 record. That's what I think he'll go down in history for, his record, 50-0. But people fail to realize that Floyd is so good at what he does as far as in the ring, that he makes every fighter he fight look like an average fighter. He makes everybody he fight in the ring look like an average fighter. And that's how good he is, and people don't realize that shit. They don't see. Like I tell people don't go to Floyd fights to see him. People like to see knockouts. That's why people love Mike Tyson. And they give Mike Tyson the accolades as far as him being one of the greatest fighters of all time and shit. But then when you look at his record now, he can't be considered one of the greatest. But when you look at the excitement that Tyson brought to the ring, that's why people love Mike Tyson. They love to see knockouts. People like to see people get fucked up. And Floyd, he don't fuck nobody up. People go to see Floyd hoping he's gonna lose. That's why people like to see. That's why people go to Floyd Mayweather fights. And what he do is he brags about his wealth, and that's why people don't like him. So they go to his fights hoping to see somebody beat him up. But every fight, like I tell people, people's like, man, Manny Pacquiao gonna kick Floyd ass. I said, watch and see. Floyd is gonna make Manny Pacquiao look like he never boxed before. And the thing, I'm gonna tell you exactly what Floyd does. Like I tell people, he knows his limits. See, he don't take risks because he knows his limits. A lot of fighters take risks, and that's what makes them exciting. Floyd don't do that because he don't have to. He don't have to do that. He has what he does, and the reason his fights are not, I don't want to say they're boring, but the reason they're not very exciting as far as when he's boxing is because, like I said, coming up in boxing, a lot of boxers are taught to shoe shine. They be like, shoe shine. That's when you be doing that real fast, and that's when guys go to the body. They be like, shoe shine, go to the body. He don't do that, for one, because he's fighting bigger guys. Like I said, Floyd came in at 130 pounds. I'm not sure. He came from 130, he was knocking everybody out. He went up to 135, he was knocking everybody out. Went to 140, he was knocking guys out, but he sort of chilled out with the knockouts and started boxing. Went to 41, 47, he continued to box. Like I tell you, when a boxer moves up in weight class, they don't take their punching power with them. Just like when Felix Trinidad moved up to 140, from 147 to 160, I think it was. And his first fight at 160, he beat William Joppy. William Joppy was training with them plastic suits on. I tell you, anytime you see a guy training with a plastic suit on, he ain't eating right. So Trinidad knocked out William Joppy, but then he fought Bernard Hopkins, and Bernard Hopkins beat him up because Trinidad does not have a 147 punch. And then he went on later on, he fought Roy Jones Jr., and he got beat up by Roy Jones Jr. because he does not have a 147 punch. When boxers move up in weight class, they generally does not take their punching power with them. They continue to outbox guys, but they don't take their punching power with them. Floyd Mayweather moved up in weight classes, and he didn't take his punching power with him. But he continues to outbox guys. He outboxes them. And like I told you, he has a good jab. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Well, the things he do is, like you're taught to shoe shine. He don't do that no more at 147. So what Floyd does when guys start shoe shining is three things he do. He gonna hold you, he gonna get out the way, or he gonna go in the Philly shell. But he never trades punches with guys. He'll do a quick, shoulder roll when he block it and come right back. And that, because the best time to hit a guy is, what they call that punch again? Bear with me. Counter punching. That's like the only counter punch he does. See, when you trade punches with guys, you're trying to counter punch them. He don't do that. He does the shoulder roll and the hit. That's the only thing hold on, I'm gonna go outside. That's the only thing chill. That's like the main. Yo, what's up, everybody? So they was asking me online, do I think that Floyd Mayweather will go down in history as one of the GOATs? And I said, well, people like to see knockouts. Yeah, that's what people like to see. They like to see people get fucked up. So I don't think he'll go down in history as one of the GOATs, one of the greatest. It's hard to say. You know, people always talk about his defense and stuff like that. He's a good fighter. And what Floyd does is he makes other fighters look like they never fought before. He makes it, like I told him when he was about to fight Manny Pacquiao, I said he's going to make Manny Pacquiao look like he never boxed before. And what happened? It was a basic fight. And see, the reason people go to see Floyd fight is because they're hoping to see him get beat up. They don't like him. They don't like to see him flash his wealth. He flashes his wealth, and that's what people don't like about him. So they go to hoping to see him get beat up. That's what they want to see. But like I told y'all, when the fighter moves up in weight class, they generally do not take their punching power with them. That's why I like remember Trinidad? When Trinidad went from 147 to 160, what happened? He beat William Joppy. But I told y'all, when I seen William Joppy, you know, working out with a plastic suit on, I was telling you he wasn't eating right. And he knocked out. He stopped William Joppy. So when he fought Bernard Hopkins, he got beat up. And then he fought Roy Jones Jr. at 160, and he got beat up. So like I told you, when a fighter moves up in weight class, they don't take their punching power with them. Now, Floyd Mayweather came in at 130, I think it was, I'm not sure. Came from 130, 135 to 140 to 147. And at 130, he was knocking guys out. 140, he was knocking guys out. 140, he beat guys, but he wasn't knocking them out like he used to. Because when a guy moves up in weight class, they don't take their punching power with them. He outboxes them, but he don't knock him out. And people like to see knockouts. And like I told you, they go to see him fight, hoping to see him get fucked up. Because they don't like to see him flashing his wealth. That's what they don't like about him. And he flashes his wealth, and they go saying, well, he gonna get beat up, he arrogant, he cocky, and all that. He's not. And the thing I was saying about what Floyd does is he knows his limits. He don't go in there and try to do things that he know he can't do. He don't go out there at 147 and try to bang with them guys that are naturally bigger than him. He does not bang with them. That's why his fights are basic fights. And that's what I say. He keeps a level head. He doesn't let his ego fight for him. You know, he goes in there and he keeps a level head, and he boxes. And he outboxes these guys and he beats them. And he's not a big counterpuncher, except for that when he does that Philly shell, and he does that punch when he counterpunches. And another thing I was saying is like the reason they say he runs, he don't run. There's three things he do. See, coming up in boxing, you're always taught to shoe shine. Shoot, you know, you throwing your biceps, like shoe shine. That's what you're taught. He don't do that at a bigger weight class. He don't shoe shine. He don't trade punches with guys. There are three things he do when they get him up against the ropes. He goes into his shell, he holds, or he gets out the way. Those are the three things he do. He don't trade punches with guys that he know he can't punch with. It's dumb. It would be dumb for him to go in there and trade punches with a guy. For what? He's not going to win. So he holds him, he goes into the shell, or he gets out the way. And the thing I tell people all the time is, you're going to do when you go into a boxing ring, you're going to do what you're going to do, and I'm going to do what I do. Now, if I'm beating you, it's up to you to turn the tables and turn the fight around. And if you can't do it, then don't complain. People say he running. Stop him from running. That's all I got to say. All right, y'all. Take it easy. So what's up, everybody? If you like to read, I like to write. These are my books of poetry. That's me at the Apollo. Showtime at the Apollo. That was a funny night that night. That's me when I was in the Daily News newspaper, selling my books on the train, and some girl took a picture of me. Spike Lee. That's my man D Nice. That's me when I was on 106 in Park. That's Wynton Marsalis, the jazz great. That's my man Bill Dukes. That's Sonia Sanchez, famous poet Sonia Sanchez. That's Mary Barack and Abio Odun, Loaded Lux. Chris Rock, I tried to tell him he wouldn't listen. The great Paul Moon.